You've probably heard the phrase, all money ain't good money. And as a business owner, you might be rolling your eyes at me thinking, Ashley, whatever. But when clients are knocking down your door and you're not prepared to work with them, the excitement of those Stripe notifications will quickly turn into dread. In this short video, I'm going to walk you through the downside to booking too many clients and what you can do instead to set up a client onboarding system so that you don't burn out. You might be either in the middle of a launch, maybe you're about to prepare for one, or maybe you are reviewing your mid-year goals, right? And you decided in order for me to reach my next, whatever next is for you, right? Maybe your next revenue goal, that next 5K or 1K or whatever. In order to reach that goal, I have to serve more clients. So maybe right now you're serving 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and it's just you or it's just you and your VA. Things are working well, right? You got it under control. But to get there, you might have to serve 4 clients or 5 or 6. So you put in the work, right? As a service pro, my goal is to pay my bills, okay? So I'm gonna put in the work. I've invested in my marketing, my branding, my messaging, my website, my SEO, my YouTube channel. And now the girlies are coming, right? They're knocking down your door. Hey, Ashley, I wanna work with you. Lead after lead after lead. You got what you wanted, more clients, more money. Everything's perfect, everything's gravy, right? But a lot of times what comes with that is more stress than excitement, right? Yes, when you were serving 2 to 3 clients, it worked well. You had a proven offer, you had a proven framework, you had a proven client experience, things worked. But what got you there, what got you to that point may not be what helps to get you to serving 5 clients or 6 clients or hitting that next revenue goal, right? So you take on these new clients using those old tried and true processes, old tried and true systems, and then missed deadlines come in, right? Because man, before I was able to hop in and, check in on all my clients on Mondays multiple times. I'm all up in the project hub, right? Now serving 5 or 6 clients, I got a lot more client work, right? So things are being missed. Or maybe I'm not as confident as I was in my client experience now because things don't feel the same anymore. It don't feel as good as it did when I was only serving a couple clients. And then every time you get that Dubsado, you just got paid notification, instead of excitement, it's like, damn, now I got to do the work to onboard all these freaking people, right? Because you're doing so much work manually. Maybe you sit down and you used to send them a DM or send them an email of like, hey friend, I'm so excited to work with you. I'll be in touch in a couple days, right? Well, a couple days goes by, and now instead of just 1 client, you got to do this for multiple, right? Things that you're having to do manually takes for freaking ever. So what I'm gonna do in this quick little rundown is talk through the downside to booking too many clients and what I want you to do about it instead, okay? If we have not yet met, I am your friend, Ashley Tindall, your favorite systems pro. I am the boss at Solution Integrators, and I just love keeping shit simple, right? I support solo biz owners, lean biz owners, agency owners in creating simple and supportive systems that support their high ticket offers. You're gonna notice a trend. I'm all about supportive systems. So we gonna talk about this over and over and over, okay? Now, when it comes to growing, yes, we want the growth, we want the next, right? Again, whatever that next may be for you, but often growth comes with a hidden cost, right? So again, you were excited. I got these leads coming. I did all this work. My investments are paying for themselves, but booking so many clients so fast, that growth so fast feels like success until it doesn't, right? It's, well, man, I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready to take on these new clients, but now I'm doing even more work, right? I wanted to serve more clients, to make more money, to take more time away from my business, to do more family vacations, or to hire a team. But now that feels more like a burden than it does a benefit. And honestly, and I'm not gonna tell you anything I don't know, right? Or anything that I haven't experienced for myself. And really, when you get in that thick of that hamster wheel of being a service provider, especially as done for you service pros, you might even start to resent the work that you do, right? Even though this is what you asked for, right? I asked for this overflow, right? I prayed for this overflow, right? Now that I have it, it's stressing me the hell out, right? It's giving stress, it's giving anxiety, it's giving burnout, right? Instead of freedom, which I thought I was getting, right? Your reputation might take a hit. So think about it. Client A was with you when you were only taking on 2 to 3 clients a month, right? You were able to focus just on them. You were all up and through their project hub. Maybe you delivered their project early, right? They raved about you to a friend. They raved to you about client Z. Client Z booked with you when you had 5 or 6 or 7 clients on your roster, right? And they're like, look, I'm not getting that same white glove service that client A was talking about, right? And it's because you can't deliver the same level of experience that you once were, because you're still stuck trying to do things the way you were doing them when it was 2 to 3 clients. So instead of thinking through this, the things that I want you guys to think about instead, or the things that I want you to ask yourselves are, do I really have a system in place for getting someone from paid to prepared? The analogy that I'll use over and over and over again is, if I pay you 4+ figures for an offer, I'm expecting something in return almost immediately. I book, sign my contract, pay my deposit, crickets. If I gotta follow up with you after I just paid you 4 figures, that's a problem. You know, I'm not saying that you need to bend over backwards for every brand new client, but you need to have a system or a process in place that allows people to know what to expect next, right? Hey, you just paid me. I'm excited. We're official. Here's what's going to happen next. When I'm talking about systems, I'm talking about the processes, the method behind the madness, what it is you want your clients to see and feel and hear when they take action. So after they pay you, how can you make sure that they're prepared to work with you, that they're prepared to receive the offer, that you're prepared to deliver the offer? Does every new client get the same level of experience even when I'm tired? I have an 8-month-old baby girl, and man, it is a lot of fun right now. Like, she is busy, she is on the move, but baby mama is tired, okay? But how can I make sure that even if, hey, maybe she's going through a sleep regression and we didn't get much sleep last night, but I still got a client to onboard it, and you know, that just signed at 9 a.m. today, or a client that booked first thing Monday morning. I want them to receive the exact same level of experience, right? Even when I don't feel like showing up. Every step of from inquiry to booking to onboarding, fulfillment, offboarding, I want them to receive the exact same experience, because then it makes it even easier for them to go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that, hey, you should go work with Ashley because this is what I experienced. And oh yeah, by the way, I experienced that too. And honestly, my biggest thing that I want you guys to think about is, if you walked away for your business, let's say for 3 days, would your clients still be taken care of? Would you still be taken care of? If you decided today, man, I just want to take a few extra days next week and just fully disconnect, could you confidently and feel like your clients still have what they need? If they need to get help or support, that they can. If somebody wanted to still pay you and you're away, can they, right? Like, can you walk away from your business and it still run without you? If you went through these questions and you're like, Ashley, you talking to me, you really talking to me, but I don't have the answers, right? This is what fixing those things can look like, right? For my DIY friends, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, okay? Systems are not optional. Now, yes, I know, Ashley, but I've been doing it manually for this long and it's gotten me this far, right? But it's not gonna get you any further. Systems, how you do what you do, having a clear, defined, consistent way of doing what you do that's repeatable is the only way that's gonna help you keep growing without wearing yourself the hell out, right? Maybe you have no desire to hire a VA or a team or, you know, subcontractors in the future, and that is fine. I'm all about growing and staying solo if you can. But in order to do so, systems have to be in place, right? Now, we can talk about the tech and the automation later, but when I'm saying systems, I am talking about the method behind your madness, how you deliver your offers, right? Those things are not optional. Having a consistent process, having a consistent system in place is not optional. It's not going to help you get to that next, whatever that next is for you, okay? And automation can really be your friend, right? I have so many people who talk bad about automation, mostly because you don't understand it. Talk bad about automation because it feels automated, right? Automation doesn't have to feel that way. I am all for finding ways to automate things, to make my tech my team. The moment somebody books with me, they say, yo, Ashley signed on the dotted line, paid my invoice. Within about 5 to 7 minutes, they're receiving their welcome email. I want them to know immediately this is what you can expect. This is how we're going to work, right? This is when you can expect me to reach out about your project hub and your homework and all of those things. I want all of those things to be done for me. Yes, I could hire a VA to manually go through these steps, but it's not the best use of their time or my money to do it when I can automate it in 10 minutes and I don't have to think about it. These are things where automation can save your sanity, right? Save you time, save you money. Automation can be your friend. It doesn't have to feel like, stop thinking of automation as an AI robot that doesn't give what you need it to give, right? No, automation can be your voice. It can speak like you speak, right? It can do the things you want to do. It can have the pauses so things aren't sent immediately, right? It can have the approvals or the checkpoints. Those things can happen. That's what fixing, this burden of having so many clients can look like. And point blank, if your systems are not working for you, they are working against you, okay? I'm always going to talk about systems through two lenses: what your clients see and feel and hear, and then what you, as the service provider, the person delivering this offer, have to do and see, feel, and hear, right? Like, I want you to love delivering this offer just as much as your clients do. Your clients, yes, we want them to be wowed, and we want the gifts and the top-notch, high-ticket, high-level, 5-star experience, right? But if you are running yourself into the damn ground trying to do all those things, right? If you start to resent delivering that offer, if you dread onboarding a new client each time, like, that's a problem. Your systems should support you just as much as they support your client. Now, whether you're already flooded with new signed clients or preparing for the overflow, there's no better time than now to get support with your client onboarding experience. Inside of my 1-week system sprint, I take your most pain in the ass biz systems, create a fix-it plan, and I do the fixing within a week. If you're unsure if the issues you're having are a systems, a process issue, or a tool issue, then snag my new freebie, Diagnose Your Biz Systems, to figure out the 3 things you can do now to identify and fix your issue. Until next time, make sure you like this video and subscribe, and I will see you later.